You see, so my wife is currently cooking, and I'm about to go hand her a mic and try and make an impromptu video. I hope this works out. And you all should know that I love you so much that I'm trying to get another video out before Thursday. Babe! I'm bringing the mic. Saga, she's here, she's cooking. And you see, no, see, my Proverbs 31 women. What are you cooking?
I'm making a white rice with a beef stew and a bean salad.
Interesting. Did I mention that I thoroughly like the way you make noodles? This is me trying to get her to make another video of her actually making the noodles.
Oh my word.
So that maybe one day y'all can be inspired and, learn a new recipe for making noodles.
To be fair,
Hey.
just a bit like, okay, so when he's talking about noodles, it's nothing complicated. It's literally ramen noodles, nothing fancy, but I just spice things up a little bit. Maybe one of these days I'll show you guys.
She should,
Like this.
because those things, they'll change your life.
They're good.
Like a revelation of something new altogether. I tried to make them myself, but whoop!
Did you?
Yeah,
When?
don't you remember that day? And they didn't actually come out the way I thought they would. They didn't taste
You made it
like
for us or
yours.
for yourself?
Did I not make them for us?
No, I don't think I tasted them.
Huh, thought I made them for us. But anyway, je n'ai calling Jagadaro.
I'm sure they're not bad. I'm pretty sure they tasted good. Have I told them what I'm making?
You can tell them.
So it's a Sunday and I am making a quick dinner. Nothing special. Sometimes you cook because you need to
Every
eat.
meal she makes for me is special. But okay.
So I'm doing white rice and a beef stew. I love me a good beef stew. And then a bean salad. Yeah, that's what I'm making.
And do you know what else you're making? You're making me happy.
Ain't you cute?
Anyway, so today is like a Sunday, and of course, being a Sunday, we had church today. And so, just a quick recap. What did you learn today, my love?
Yeah. What did I actually learn? I'm joking. We're talking
leadership
about-
and being
okay.
decisive.
Well, church is amazing. I learned a lot of things. Currently, we're learning about, we're learning about leadership, but we were talking about decisiveness today, which really hit home. I think the whole leadership series really is just challenging and thought-provoking. Well, any of Bishop's teachings are thought-provoking anyway. They will question you. But he has this thing where he says that I go into story every single time. But what's a story without a backstory? But I just really learned the importance of making decisions. And for me, I think the highlight was actually seeing the decisions that Jesus made, that God made.
Yeah.
Right? Everything from him deciding to create the heavens and the earth, from him deciding, that, at a certain point in time, like, I'm going to get rid of this entire human race. Point is, our God is sovereign and he made decisions when he had to make decisions. And I think for me, that was the biggest takeaway, because I think sometimes, I don't think I'm bad at making decisions, to be honest, unless maybe it's about like what I want to eat sometimes, or like, but when it comes to real life decisions, I don't think I struggle. I don't think I struggle with that very much. What do you think? I'm talking about real, like, life-changing things, not like, what am I very?
Okay, I guess I think you do well.
Yeah, but point is, I personally realized that it's actually very, very significant, and that our inability to make decisions when we need to make them can actually have a very bad consequences. So, yeah, that was a highlight for me.
And a failure to decide is a failure to lead.
Yeah.
I think just that aspect of decision making is very critical, because many times we're double-minded and we end up not coming into the result of anything because we don't necessarily decide. And unfortunately, we allow time to decide for us. You know what you say? Like there's that statement he made about how not making a decision is actually deciding to do nothing.
Yeah.
Saka, at the end of the day, you either reap the harvest of your nothingness or the harvest of your decisions.
Yeah.
So I was like, the number of times I have had to reap the fruit of a nothing decision.
Really?
Yeah, you end up regretting, especially when it comes to like business stuff. You're like, oh, should I do this? Should I do that? And then you decide not to do anything. And then before you know it, it's already 2 weeks past and the urge to do it is already gone. And then like you've already talked yourself out of that decision, even though it seemed like a good one. You've talked yourself out of it. And now it feels like it's too late to make it because the moment has passed and then you end up not making it anyway.
I found that very interesting because I don't know if this is like a current state, your current state of mind, or it was like in the past. Because when it comes to making decisions business-wise, I think you are very precise.
Oh no, that's now. But there was a phase in between, especially after you got married. You know how like it's like, okay, these decisions actually have to work. So you don't necessarily have the luxury for making mistakes, especially when you're in the point of when you now have to play the role of provider. You know, it seems like certain decisions carry more weight, especially financial ones. That is.
Yeah.
Back then, especially when I was Ndega and I was not yet married, I was like, I could make many decisions, and most of them were hasty. I think you know that. Sometimes I'll just be like, oh, let me get this. I've already gotten it, and of course it reaps reward and stuff, but now it feels more scary to make such decisions.
What you're referring to in terms of how it was easier to make some of these decisions, or rather it was easier to make mistakes in your single season, that's actually the time to make mistakes, because then you can come up with structures that are steady, so that you then don't have to be as experimental.
Yeah, these are really not the times to be experimenting.
Yeah, no, I mean you can, but then if your system's in place, then you, what can I say? You can be experimentable with a smaller risk. You understand? But my point is that like the mistakes that we make in moments where we're a bit more liberal and we don't have as much pressures should actually influence how we build systems in our lives. Which is why I don't know why y'all people don't like being single and figuring out that.
I personally do not like being single. I'm glad I am not single, so I'm not even gonna try.
No. Okay, let me
However, I
that.
guess what you meant to say was,
in your single season, these are some of the things that you can be figuring out.
Yes.
Right. So it's not just who should I date next, but you can actually be putting structures in place that ensure that you are a better spouse.
This is true. You speak truth. I'm gonna hold the camera now so that both of us can be in frame in a way that is pleasing to the Lord. This is my beautiful wife, in case you forgot what her face looks like.
I'm looking like I'm going through life right now.
She's looking like she's at home. You don't understand. You know, looking comfortable in your house is a good thing.
There's nothing comfortable, but I'm just saying I'm looking a bit somehow.
You know what would be a very cool video to make?
What?
Like those, what are those tech videos called? Basically showing people the tech that I use to make these vlogs. Or should I say that we use, because I can't.
I would like to interrupt this broadcast and just say that this man has a lot of equipment and cables.
I don't know what she's talking about. It's really not a lot.
It is!
It might seem like it's a lot, but for me it's not even enough. So.
Because you are a nerd when it comes to these things.
Jeez, it's okay. Guys, I apologize for my hair. It's looking like I have spent the last few hours at home.
You're looking comfortable.
I'm looking comfortable, as I said earlier on. And it's totally fine, you know. It is totally fine. to look comfortable. Isn't it, my wife? Where have you gone?
I just like looking nice.
I know. So I feel like this is me making a step way outside of her comfort zone. And I think I should apologize to her for that. But then again, y'all should thank me because you wouldn't have had this nice wisdom that you've just used. Isn't it, my wife?
That is true.
But you know, every now and then, I just look at her and I'm like, oh, what a beautiful woman this girl is.
Thank you.
So cool.
I feel like.
think-
Sorry.
You feel
Zero
like
pun intended.
what? You say you feel like what, my love?
I didn't put carrots in this because I did not have it in me.
Didn't put carrot.
But I'm
Oh.
low-key regretting that decision. No, actually, to be fair, I thought I was gonna make coleslaw, but I decided to make bean salad instead of coleslaw. Because
Wow.
then, if we had coleslaw, we're gonna have carrots in there. Now we don't have carrots.
Yeah, man. Whether we have carrots or not, I can still see how beautiful you are.
Thank you. Oh.
Oh. Not me making this vlog PG-13. Yes. Anyway, do you have anything else to say? Or can we go right ahead and say bye?
Bye.
But wow.
I didn't know you were recording.
All right, family. We love you all so much.
Bye.
Bye-bye.